Hey everybody, today we're talking with Amee Miller, prevention specialist at Prairie Ridge Integrated Behavioral Health Care in Mason City. Amee, how are we doing today?
Good.
Now, you're relatively new to the area and new for Prairie Ridge.
I am, about 5 months.
Let's talk about your job role. What do you do?
I'm a prevention specialist. That means that I connect with the community about education around prevention of substances, abuse, or addiction, including alcohol, gambling, and tobacco.
Okay. Of course, we've met this morning. Jim Davies and I and Newton Grochsinger here at the Chamber met because we're concerned about vaping in our youth.
Right.
And do you have any statistics, or is it still too new? Or what do we know about vaping in our youth right now?
It is a very, very new trend right now. We don't know a whole lot because it is so new. I do know that from Iowa Youth Survey, the last Iowa Youth Survey that came out, that about 6% at the time of 13 or 14-year-olds have tried a vaping device, and even as young as 8 have tried a vape device at one point in their life. Right,
and this is an issue right now where I talk to people at various school districts, and it just is overwhelming for the school districts. And it's a gray area in some respects, but then it's not like smoking. You can't technically smell it.
Right.
And we're just struggling right now, Amee, with what our city can do about this. What do you think is the solution, or what do you think?
I think increasing the awareness of the dangers of these substances that youth are exposed to, increasing the awareness and the education in the school system and the community, and getting all of the community involved, no matter what their role is, on what they can do to be more educated around it, and what they can do as far as the community goes on what are the repercussions of underage sales, and how they can just back that as part of the community as a health epidemic.
Because right now in Iowa, if you have a cigarette or a tobacco license, you can also sell the e-cigarettes and the juice and whatever else goes in them.
That's correct.
But also, in the state of Iowa, CBD oil is illegal, so these places advertising that are technically breaking the law, correct?
That is, in the state of Iowa right now, CBD oil is not legal, but it is being sold all over the state, yes.
Sure. So that's another gray area that these places are doing. It's right now, what do you think the state legislature needs to do to tighten this up?
I think getting more information and paying attention to the data that is collected, especially around our youth. There are many news stories across the United States on vaping dangers, the devices themselves exploding and being a hazard to anybody that's using it, and collecting more information, surveying a lot more of the youth and their exposure and what their feelings are towards it.
I guess to me, and it was kind of brought up at a city council meeting one night, was wanting to have a resolution or an ordinance or whatever about this. And to me, I thought, well, if you're 18 or over, it's your business what you put in your body. That's technically not my problem, and it's a freedom of your choice. But what we're really concerned about on a city level, and I know the school district has to be concerned, is the youth, under 18, or people smoking in school or doing this in school. Mm-hmm. Again, Amee, I appreciate you coming down here. Jim Davies was here again, and I and Newton Grochsinger from the Chamber of Commerce. It's all a concern, and of course, last week at the city council meeting, we did suspend a liquor license, or a tobacco license for a company doing a sting. Is that where we think some of this could come out, as in stings?
Possible. Law enforcement doing compliance checks and being consistent with those compliance checks can certainly help with the community education on trying to curb this epidemic.
Okay, well, Amy, I sure appreciate you coming down meeting with us today, and I know we'll hear back from you again, and I'm sure we'll see you at a city council meeting down the road too. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you.